Rowdy points. Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you're watching the week ahead show. And let us discuss about the first week of August. But before that, the August series is a very truncated one because out of only we have 17 sessions because of a number of public holidays falling in this month. So out of 17 days, already one day is over. That was last Friday. So that leaves us with just 16 trading sessions in the month of August. So people who are into futures and options, definitely selling options would be the appropriate thing to do because you will be saving up on a you will be actually making profits because of the time value which decays, and as an option seller you will be enjoying that. So with that out of the way, let us look at the first week of August and let us look at the expectations that are there this week. So if you look at the Nifty, we were seeing that Nifty was having a good up move. It has happened to be significantly up. So Nifty, if you look at it, ended around 17,158, and there was a very strong bullish momentum happening in Nifty on a continuous basis. You see the last three trading sessions, particularly the market shot up from 16,450, that was the low, to almost 17,200. So almost 750, 800 points up move in just a matter of three trading sessions in Nifty. So that is a spectacular up move in Nifty is what we have seen. Coming to Bank Nifty also had a very good day, but we are seeing a slightly red candle forming because on Friday, the PSU Bank Index was the one which dragged the Bank Nifty down along with Kotak Mahindra Bank. So these were the two banks because of which the Bank Nifty fell slightly. But apart from that, Bank Nifty is looking still pretty strong. 37,500 is where it has closed. It did not break 37,000 levels, so which is important. So things are looking pretty well, and Bank Nifty again, it was up significantly. It was up almost 1,500 points from the last week's low to the last week's high. So definitely good to see Nifty, Bank Nifty both gaining quite a good amount of strength. Apart from that, let us look at US markets and how it ended yesterday. We were seeing US markets, despite falling into technical recession, nothing negative has been seen in the markets, but US markets are likely to react to this negative news sooner or later because obviously it's a negative situation for their economy. It's not a good news to be in recession. But despite everything, S&P 500 chose to ignore everything. US markets are up. S&P 500 up 1.4%, Nasdaq up by 1.8%, and Dow Jones almost up by 1%. And that is bringing the SGX Nifty up. SGX Nifty was trading at 17,280. So that is, if you consider the closing price of Nifty around 17,160, that's a clear 120 point gap up, which we can expect tomorrow morning. But we have to wait for the Asian markets to open tomorrow and see if they are trading in the green, because that will have a lot of impact on SGX Nifty. So that has to be seen if the gap up is sustained or not in SGX Nifty and where we open tomorrow. Apart from that, the VIX all over the markets in India as well as the US, the volatility index is falling. So that is definitely a good news. India VIX is now at 16.5, which is down almost 2.7%. US VIX also down 4.4%. It is now at 21.32. This is the April 2022 levels. So definitely good to see US VIX uniformly coming down. That indicates markets can be stable going ahead. Okay, apart from this, let us look at the levels that you can expect in the coming week. So if you open up Nifty, definitely the open interest, we have seen the Nifty adding a bullish open interest. The put call ratio is at 1.27. A lot of puts have been redeemed in the markets, which indicates a positive momentum. And also if you compare the at the money premiums of both call and puts, so the call side the premium is 134 and put side the premium is 113. So if you add it, it is coming roughly to 250. So that means from the current levels you can add 250 points on the upside and 250 points on the downside. That brings us to the important level of 17,400 on the upside as a strong resistance based on OI, and on the downside 16,900 is likely to be a good support for the markets for the coming week. This is the OI based data. And if you talk about price action, let us see the lines and the resistance lines. So 17,434 on the upside is definitely going to act as a strong level of resistance, and then 17,630 is the level of resistance you can watch out on the upside. And definitely before that we have 17,219 as a level, so we will be watching out for these levels. On the downside, definitely 17,000 round figure level, and also the 200 moving average is exactly around that level, 17,020, 30. So that has to be seen, and if that is broken, 16,800 to 900 should act as a strong level of support for Nifty. Now coming to Bank Nifty, again the OI is showing slightly bearishness because the Bank Nifty did fall significantly, but it was recovered towards the end. It ended slightly in the green, but because of the huge down move in the first half, people have sold huge amount of call options, and 38,000 actually has the highest amount of call build up on the upside. And also if you look at the premiums of Bank Nifty, at the money premiums, 338 on the call side, 327 on the put side, that is combining around 650 points up or down. So that is indicating that Bank Nifty is around 37,500. So 38,100 to 36,900, these are the levels based on the OI. So apart from that, if you look at the price action, definitely Bank Nifty is way above its 200-day moving average. Nifty just crossed it yesterday, but Bank Nifty had crossed it 3 days back. So based on price actions, definitely 38,000 should act as a strong level of resistance, because again it's a round figure level, and if that is broken, 38,700 should be the next logical resistance for Bank Nifty. Now coming on the lower side, if you want to look at that, 37,500 is where the markets have obviously closed, so that is an important level. But below that, 37,300, 37,000, that is the round level, and also 36,800 should act as a strong level of support for Bank Nifty. So these are the levels you can watch out for next week in Nifty and Bank Nifty. And if you talk about sector wise, we are definitely going to be following the IT sector, Nifty IT, although it is still below the 200-day moving average, which means it's bearish. But at least in the short term, we can expect some more up move, at least till these levels of around 30,000, 30,500. These are the levels you can watch out for the Nifty IT index. So expecting still some positiveness in the IT index because they were in an oversold territory. So you can expect some up move in the IT index. And apart from that, the next sector that we are bullish on is the metal sector. So 3.86% up move in Nifty metals, and the 200-day moving average for Nifty metals is at 5,600, and it is now at 5,400, so very close. So let us hope that the metals actually break this level and trades higher, because the metal index looks quite good. You can definitely follow Tata Steel after the split. It is doing fantastic. Next we have the Hindalco. A trade was given in the Telegram channel, so if you're not following it, definitely follow the channel where we if there are good positions, we give the updates over there. The Hindalco definitely looking good, and also JSW steel is also doing good. So metal index is the sector, metal sector, definitely you can watch out for the next week. So this was the overall sectoral view that you can expect. And apart from that, next week we know that the earnings season is going on. ITC is expected to come out with its results tomorrow after market hours, so the impact of which will be felt only on Tuesday morning. So that is ITC. ITC is coming out with the results. Apart from that, we have SBI, State Bank of India, the largest PSU bank, that is going to come out with its results. So definitely will have a significant impact on Bank Nifty. Apart from that, we have the Adani group of stocks, Adani Ports, Adani Green, Adani Enterprise. All of these will be coming out with their results. And also on top of that, we have the M&M, Mahindra & Mahindra. It is also likely to announce its results next week. And apart from all these corporate results, the next important data that is coming out next week is definitely the Indian RBI interest rate decision. So that is going to take place on Friday, most likely after market hours. So the impact of which will be felt only on the coming Monday. So, and the expectation is RBI can increase the interest rate by 40 basis points or 0.4%. Now let us see how the markets react to that. And as of late, we are seeing the markets are not at all reacting to any negative news related to either recession or rate hike or inflation. So markets have chosen to ignore all these negative data, and this usually happens when the markets are in a bullish phase. In a bull market, usually all the negative news are not taken into consideration. That is exactly what is happening in the current market situation. So the view is definitely on the bullish side, but obviously exercise caution because market have significantly moved up in the last 3 or 4 days, and when this happens there is usually a profit booking at least on 1 or 2 days, and the profit booking can bring the markets down 100, 200, 300 points. But that is there's nothing to panic about that, because it's natural for people to book profits. And so definitely if that happens, you can look to those falls as buying opportunities unless and until the major support levels are broken. If that happens, then it is okay, it is better to stay away from the markets. But barring any unforeseen circumstances, the view is on the bullish side, and you can expect the markets to move higher from here, at least 17,400 to 600 level on the upside for Nifty and Bank Nifty. 38,000 is a level you should be watching out in the next at least this week. That is 4th of August the expiry, so that is the levels for the next week. So let us hope that the Asian markets open in the positive tomorrow, so that we can expect the Indian markets to move up with another gap up, and see how the markets trade. So with that, I'll end the week ahead show here. Let's join again for the pre-market show tomorrow morning. Until then, have a good night and thank you for watching.